Hello, everybody. My name is Ray. Welcome to the Evangelical Dark Web. Today, we'll be diving into Ed Litton scrubbing his YouTube channel. And, that's just some big news. I mean, the Southern Baptist Convention is a complete and utter train wreck, and Ed Litton's presidency has gotten off to a very rocky start. And I'm enjoying this rocky start. You all deserve it for electing him. But, just let's recap what this rocky start has entailed thus far. We have someone who had the heresy of partialism, the idea that, that the Trinity is, Avengers assemble or Autobots form into a super robot or something like that. And that's not how the Trinity works. That's not how the Trinity works. So, that was the first thing that came out. The second thing that came out was this sermon on homosexuality that he gave on Romans 1. And he is very weak in that sermon. He is opening the doors to the Revoice movement. And, he makes it very ambiguous what it means for a homosexual to repent because he speaks in such trite language. And we're going to talk more about that sermon in a little bit. And let us not forget the egalitarianism, because this guy lets his wife preach on a Sunday morning. His wife is pretty much a functional pastor at Redemption Church. So Ed Litton, not only was he the wokest candidate that the Southern Baptist Convention has nominated as president, I mean, this guy is a pre-conservative consurgence liberal. Like, he would fit in with that denomination. No problem. And here he is leading the Southern Baptist Convention, the Conservative Resurgence 2.0, utterly failed. But that's material we've already covered on the Evangelical Dark Web. So let's dive into this new story. He's scrubbing his YouTube because apparently that sermon, and I did a video on this sermon, specifically the more pertinent highlights where he talks about homosexuality, and he was basically plagiarizing JD Greear's sermon. And there's video that's come out where it's frame for frame a remake. This guy basically, Disney live action remade JD Greear's sermon, and JD Greear's sermon was crap. Like, he got so much crap for that in 2019, and rightfully so. But dude just went Disney. I'm a live action remake you, except do a worse job at it. Let's face it, he's not as good of a speaker as JD Greear, I guess. But wow, bro. Wow. Yikes. Cringe. Now, let me know in the comments section what you think the worst live action Disney remake has been thus far. I gotta say, I've only seen a few. I've seen The Lion King, and the music was vastly inferior in the Lion King remake. I have seen parts of Beauty and the Beast, and the sound quality was very off. That could be it. That could be the worst. Aladdin was very low quality made, but Will Smith. I like Will Smith in a lot of things. So, those are some of the live action Disney remakes I've seen. And, if you've seen Ed Litton's sermon, which apparently I have, that was a Disney live action remake. And it would turn out that Ed Litton has basically scrubbed his church's YouTube channel, including the sermon that I covered in a previous video. So that sermon is gone off of YouTube. I think it's private. I believe it's private, but, sucks for him because I downloaded that sermon. So that sermon's on my archive. So, because I thought he would do something like this. I really thought he would scrub this sermon once it got out how bad it is. And it is bad. He's very ambiguous. He's preaching this Marxist message, and he's preaching legalism when it comes to running a business. He's adding to the gospel. So, just a few things. Playlist is where this becomes more obvious, because you see, like, this is a playlist with 145 videos, and there's only 2 remaining. So 143 videos are now private. Another playlist with 145 videos. That could be the same thing. I can't tell. But if you look at the videos, nothing is older than 11 months. So that would include the sermon that I covered, which was over 11 months old, because it was made in the beginning of 2020. So everything is very recent, and there's a lot of gaps. There's a lot of gaps. Ed Litton's got something to hide. He's clearly got something to hide. What else is in there? Who else is he plagiarizing? Because dude plagiarized JD Greear. JD Greear, his predecessor as president of the Southern Baptist Convention, who, was definitely one of the wokest leaders of the Southern Baptist Convention, for sure. And now, Ed Litton is basically the successor to that movement. He's carrying the woke torch. And what better way to anticipate carrying the woke torch than to Disney live action remake his sermon? And now he has something to hide, because dude wants to delete his sermon archive. So Ed Litton's a clown. The Southern Baptist Convention is it's a bad circus. And get out. I'm serious. Get out of that thing. There is no missional aspect that you can accomplish. It's a dumpster fire. It's corrupt to the core. And it's run by a woke, egalitarian, theological liberal. So, my name's Ray. This is the Evangelical Dark Web. If you like this kind of content, subscribe to the channel below, Evangelical Dark Web. And also check out evangelicaldarkweb.com. Let me know what you think about what I think. And like I said, comment below what your favorite live-action Disney remake is, because that's what Ed Litton was doing. I see you. Ed Litton. So have a blessed day, and I'll catch you on the next one.